Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Thursday, October the 11th, and welcome to our video commentary. Well, we've begun to see some interesting trending lines, if you will, some interesting trends in the races for the U.S. Senate. I don't have enough information about the House. As you probably know, the House is 435 districts, and each one of them has an election. And I don't know how reliable the polling data is. And so I'm just going to tell you right now, my gut feeling tells me that it's 50-50 in the House. 50% chance the Democrats win the majority, 50% chance the Republicans hold on to the majority. So I'm just going to call it 50-50, and maybe before the election I'll have a chance to do a show on that. But right now it's 50-50 as far as I'm concerned. When you get over to the Senate, though, it's starting to look a lot better for the Republicans. There were two very vulnerable Republicans at the start of this campaign, the senator in Nevada, and there was an open seat in Arizona. In both of those, the Republicans were clearly in trouble. But right now, it looks like the Republican senator in Nevada has a little lead, and in Arizona, the Republican challenger also seems to be building a lead. So those two that at the start of the election were seen as very vulnerable, right now they don't appear to be as vulnerable. Again, the Democrat could win, the Republican could win, but right now the trending is favoring the Republicans. In Texas and Tennessee, I think those two states are going to go Republican, or at least they're going to stay Republican in the U.S. Senate. Then that takes us to the Big Five, plus Florida. The Big Five, of course, are North Dakota, Montana, Missouri, Indiana, and West Virginia. Those are the so-called red state Democrats. And really, with the exception of Joe Manchin in West Virginia, I don't think the other four are looking very good. North Dakota, the Republican is pulling away. Missouri, it's close, but the Republican has a lot of energy. Montana, Indiana, you got to like the Republican chances. Again, West Virginia being the exception. And that's because Joe Manchin has a long reputation in that state. He used to be governor of that state, and he has very deep roots in that state. But then you bring in Florida, where the incumbent Senator Nelson is being challenged by Governor Scott, and that is really wide open right now. I mean, that's a dead heat right now. So what all of this means is that the Republican chances in the Senate have increased significantly. And now you have a situation where the Republicans could keep the two most vulnerable ones, Nevada and Arizona, hold on to Texas and Tennessee, which I think everybody was expecting that, and pick up maybe 3 out of those 5, maybe 4 out of those 5 red state Democrats. And then comes the surprise of Florida, which is, of course, not in the radar when all of this started. So it could be a very good night for the Republicans in the U.S. Senate. Again, the House, I just don't have enough information to say one thing or another. But clearly the Senate, it's beginning to shape up like it could be a very good night for the Republicans in the U.S. Senate. Well, thank you for watching. We have all of these over on YouTube. We have them on Twitter, and we have them on my blog. And if October the 11th is your birthday, happy birthday. Bye-bye, everybody.